Democrats
The
call
question
out
is, will they
Trump.
change course? The votes aren't there. It's clear from today's vote and yesterday and 2 days ago's vote and the two other votes before it. So the bottom line is we've had 4 votes and they haven't gotten the votes on any of them. We have asked Republican leaders for months to sit down and talk with us. They've refused and barreled us into a shutdown. They thought they could bludgeon us and threaten us and scare us. It ain't working because my caucus and Democrats are adamant that we must protect the health care of the American people. And so now, rather than working with us to end the pain Americans are feeling because of a shutdown, Republicans have instead, they've wasted a week, refused to talk, and exacerbated pain for America. Instead of trying to come to the table and negotiate with Democrats and reopen the government, the White House and fellow Republicans have vowed to make this a maximum pain shutdown, they call it. Unfortunately, the maximum pain falls on the American people, and the American people know it. They know it's not Democrats doing this maximum pain. It's Vogt and Trump and the Republicans. And so it falls on them. And so even in the White House and in the administration, there are people saying, don't do it, because the blame correctly will fall on Trump's shoulders. They're using the American people as political pawns. Why? Because they don't want to even talk to us about reopening the government by fixing health care. New data came out today from KFF, and that is not Kentucky Fried French fries. KFF could be Kentucky French fries. Nah.
How's your family?
I know, Orange. Excuse me. Today, new data came out from KFF, the Kaiser Family Foundation, that said that 78% of Americans say Congress should extend the ACA tax credits. 60% of people who voted for Trump said extend the tax credits. And so the Trump administration is feeling it. They know there's trouble. And let me read you a headline from this morning's Wall Street Journal that I thought was very apt and very well written. Raise your hand if any of you wrote it. You get kudos. It says, White House senses political risk on health care despite shutdown bravado. They know that the American people are for it. They know that 60% of MAGA supporters are for it. And why? Well, because if these credits are not extended, listen to this, the average couple who's 55, the average 55-year-old couple making $85,000 a year would see their premiums not just double, but go up $25,000. You're a couple at 55, you're about to think of your retirement. How the hell are you going to find $25,000 a year for your health care? Do you know what anguish that causes people? It's not just something that goes away. People sit there and agonize. How are they going to get health care, which they need so much? What are they going to cut? Republicans hold the House, the Senate, and the White House. They're in charge. American people know that. And the American people know that it's only smart and fair and right that they should negotiate with us if they want our votes, not do a partisan bill. They wrote it all with no Democratic input and say, just vote for it, take it or leave it. According to NBC today, Americans are more inclined to blame Trump and Republicans for a shutdown, according to 4 independent polls. Any of you NBC people wrote that headline? It's a good one. Republicans know it. They know the damage they're causing, and Americans are noticing. And what's their response? A vow to cause maximum damage. That maximum damage is to American families, and American families know it. What's their response? When they didn't get the votes today or 3 times before? We'll see. Maybe they'll have a change of course. That would be a very good thing if they came and sat down and negotiated with us. And their second response is to just lie. They're so afraid of the truth that they make up lies. Here's PolitiFact when they say, oh, the Democrats want to give the money to undocumented immigrants. Here's PolitiFact. J.D. Vance said, Democrats are threatening to shut down the entire government because they want to give hundreds of billions of dollars to health care to benefit illegal aliens. What does PolitiFact say? False. And I hope you'll all write that over and over again, because if they're going to tell the lie over and over and over again, it's the responsibility of all of us to say it's a lie over and over and over again. Undocumented people cannot and will not receive a premium tax credit by federal law. The federal government does not fund health insurance for undocumented immigrants in Medicaid, Medicare, or Social Security by law. Republicans know it. They lie about it. When I was with the White House with Johnson, he said it. I was sitting there. I said, "That's bull." And he didn't say it isn't. He just smirked. That's what they do. And when you lie about it, it shows fundamental weakness, because you know where the American people are. When they're confronted with the truth, they cover it up with a lie. But unfortunately for them, the truth doesn't lie. And as I mentioned, this chart shows what a high percentage of Americans want us to extend the ACA subsidies for health insurance. 71 to 29. And it shows you that's why it's so high, because even 60% of Trump voters want to extend it. So, Americans want lower costs. Americans want to extend the tax cut.